Hey, how are you? Um, so me and JP are gonna me and JP are gonna podcast today, and before we do that, I just want to I want to do something by myself. Just a short little video. We'll put this out this evening, but I just wanted to start off and say that I've been open on this podcast, but I'm about to open up a whole lot more. I'm gonna break the bottle and just like let everything out, and we're just gonna let things flow, and however it comes out is how it comes out, and that's gonna be how I am going forward. On Monday, I had a experience, something that changed me. I did a macro dose of psilocybin mushrooms, and I really tapped in, and I wrote down an experience that I planned to have while I was on the mushrooms and under the influence of them. And I got exactly that. I manifested it. I got everything that I asked for, and I came face to face with everything that I wanted to deal with. And that brings me to why. And for those of you that know or don't know, I moved home in January. I was living in Astoria. I was living with my ex, and we broke up, and I came home on January 5th. And I kind of got the calling very shortly after that I knew it was time for me to do the mushrooms. Me and her were in a 5-year relationship, so it was pretty long term. We had a good run. Um, to start off, the beginning of that relationship was very rocky, very rocky, and that was a lot of my own doing. You know, I wasn't in a place to be in a relationship, and I had just started my relationship with drugs and alcohol at the same time, to the point where they were going to really escalate, and she was going to be in for it. I lied, I cheated, I was not a good person. I was probably unbearable, to be honest. And she rode that out. I truly believe that people come into your life for a reason, and that they're there for a reason. And she was there for all of it, really. Like from the beginning to how it ended, and when I decided to make the change in my life. Um, yeah, so when I started making the change, it was really because I couldn't bear myself. Like, I really was struggling. I couldn't look at the people around me and know that I was disappointing them anymore. And she was one of those people. She was there every day. And it's hard to be okay with yourself, when you can see how you're physically, like, how you're emotionally, like, breaking somebody down. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving it their all, and you're not giving anything. And so she was a big reason that I made the change. And I'm very grateful for her. Um, I needed her there for that. And like I said, people come into your life and then they get off when their stop is coming. And I think when I finally got sober, and we were a couple months into it, I think we both intuitively knew that her time was coming. Um, we definitely weren't as close as we were. Um, but like I said, nothing against her, and it was, the relationship had run its course. Like, our time was coming to an end, and that's normally how things end. Like, we moved to the city together, and she's still there, and I'm happy for her. She's where she needs to be, and I just want to say that I'll always have tremendous love for her. Um, and I'm grateful that she was there, because it helped me push myself to where I needed to be. And I know where I need to be now. That brings me back to Monday. I I started my day with a cup of coffee that had 2 grams of psilocybin mushrooms in it. I said macro dose at the beginning. That depends on who you are. 2 grams, in my experience, gets me to where I need to be. And around 1:30, 1:35ish, I remember because I was on my phone. I I got exactly what I was looking for. I wrote down the whole experience. I was there for it. I got everything that I asked for, and it was a very powerful experience. But it was what I needed, and I let go of a lot, and that's the purpose of this video. I just want anybody that needs to hear it to hear it. Like, might not be for you. Like, I'm not saying it's everybody's way of going about handling these issues, but in my experience, it works for me. And what I learned from that experience is that you just have to, like, surrender. And I felt a tremendous weight lifted off of me on Monday when I finally sat there and I said, okay, this is it, and I surrendered. You know, I I let go of a lot, and anybody is capable of doing that. I was trying to live a life since I've changed that, like, I thought was just gonna go my way, and I had to just really let go of the past because I was trying to live in a future that you can't live in when you're still dragging the past with you. You have to let go of that. And yeah, like, when we broke up, I feel like it was a sign from the universe, that it was time for me to have this experience because I was still, even through all the changes that I was going through, I wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. I wasn't lined up the way that I am now. Like, I feel tapped in, connected right now. And I think the reason that we broke up was, like, we both knew it. Like, I couldn't let go of the past until she was gone because she was so much a part of it. And like I said, forever grateful, because without her, none of this would have happened. But yeah, you gotta let go, man. You just gotta let go. No matter how much past, what it is, how much of it you have to let go, you have to sit there and you have to acknowledge it. You have to work with it. You have to work with yourself. When you do that and you stop judging, that was so big for me. I've let go of judgment. I don't care what anybody thinks because I don't care what I think of myself. I'm not judging me for the things that I do, the way that I portray myself. I'm accepting of it. I'm okay with it. I'm present in the moment, and, like, I know that'll take me where I need to be. So, yeah, I wanted to let you know you're about to get real fucking authentic Steve. And, yeah, just if this resonates with anybody, if, like, you're having these thoughts, like, these problems, there's a million things that you can try. I'm just telling you how I broke through it, how I worked through it, and letting you know that it's the right thing to do. You'll feel so much lighter. I feel tremendous right now. I feel great. Um, I'm tapped in, and yeah, that's all. See you later. Who thought we'd be here?